I think it's a fabulous idea. I think it's a great campaign, and you can either take a little bit from it or you can take a lot from it. So it could be a promise about having your lunch hour and taking the whole lunch hour, but it could be CPD, and that's a very important thing I believe that PAs really need to look into for themselves if they're not currently doing it. And a promise to yourself about developing yourself, it's got to be really valuable, it's got to be worth a lot. I think Avery are opening people's eyes. They're making themselves be a little bit introspective and say, actually, what would I promise myself? And maybe we don't often ask about ourselves because we're so busy supporting others. If I were to make a fun PA promise, I think for myself it would be my work environment, my desk, having my supplies, having all my bits and pieces around. Not only is it professional to be able to put your hands on things, it actually makes me feel better. And if my work environment is just how I want it, then I'm so much more productive.
I'm really excited about the Avery PA Promises campaign because I don't think as PAs we spend enough time looking out for ourselves. It's all about our bosses, it's all about our colleagues, it's all about our employees in cases, and it's never about us. So with a campaign like PA Promises, it's a real opportunity for us to just take a step back and think about where we want to make things better for ourselves, in our working lives, in our personal lives, just all over. And so I think it's absolutely fantastic. My Avery PA promise is to be kinder to myself, to be less stressed, and to take a step back and just enjoy all the good things that are happening.
I think the Avery PA Promises campaign, I think it's a fantastic initiative. I definitely think we need more of these to raise the profile of assistants in the industry, you know, not just in London but worldwide. You know, before moving to London, I networked, but I never really put myself out there. I wasn't really active on Twitter or LinkedIn. I didn't really go to a lot of events, and you know, moving to a new city, I was like, I don't know anyone. So I was like, the only way I'm going to get to know other assistants is to push myself outside of my comfort zone. And I guess it already is a promise I have made to myself by doing the filming today, by being active on Twitter and LinkedIn. I joined a professional association, and there's still a long way I can go. I'd maybe like to speak at events one day and to be quite a prominent member of the EA community. But you know, I'm taking small steps to get there, and you know, that's the promise that I think I'd like to work on.
What I think about the campaign, firstly, when I sort of came across it, the first thing that struck me was I took a step back and looked at my role and thought how much it's changed in the short time that I've been a part of it. And I will certainly be pledging to continue my own personal development and progression. And I think it's a great tool for PAs to connect with each other online. Technology bringing us all together, especially those PAs that may work as a lone PA in an organisation. It's something really for them to be inspired and motivated by other PAs. So that's, yeah, I think it's a great initiative.
PAs often acknowledge that they're guilty of putting themselves last and kind of prioritising other people. So I think one of the major aims of this campaign is to make sure that the PAs are making a promise to themselves, which will probably be about helping themselves or improving themselves, and I think that that's needed. So I think it will be very, very well received. So my PA promise is to remember to take a step back, to take a breath, relax a bit more and try and see the funny side, because I think I'm guilty of getting into that perfectionism mode, and I think you are a much better assistant and much more enjoyable to work with if you can blend a sense of humour with your efficiency.
I think the Avery PA Promises campaign is fantastic. It will really make people think about what they should be doing that they're not doing now, like taking a lunch break or taking some time out for themselves for a particular hour of a particular evening, just to do a bit of guilt-free self-indulgence or whatever it is they need to do. My PA promise would be to attend more CPD events. It can be really motivating to go and attend something like that and to learn something new and take something away from it, bring it back into your role, and show your boss what you've learned.
My promise is to be more self-confident in the workspace and to tell people I know what I'm doing and please trust me.